All right, welcome to this explainer on the Red-Edged Dracaena, which you probably know better as the Madagascar dragon tree. If you're looking for a stunning, architectural houseplant that practically begs you to ignore it, well, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're completely mastering this incredibly resilient plant and establishing a core theme that's going to guide literally everything we do. With the dragon tree, less is absolutely more.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our complete roadmap for today's hierarchy of plant needs. 1. Meet the dragon tree. 2. The essentials. 3. Ideal environment. 4. Pruning and propagation. 5. Troubleshooting and pests. And 6. Expert pro tips. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. Meet the dragon tree, the ultimate low-maintenance architectural stunner.
So, scientifically, we're talking about Dracaena marginata. This evergreen tree is native to the warm climates of Madagascar, and it's famous for those slender, arching leaves bordered by really dramatic reddish-purple edges. It's a slow-growing perennial, meaning it can easily live for over 10 years indoors and shoot up to heights of 6 to 8 feet. But beyond being just a beautiful, drought-tolerant piece of living interior design, this thing is an absolute workhorse. It was actually studied in the NASA Clean Air Study and scientifically proven to aggressively purify your indoor air by pulling out nasty toxins like formaldehyde, benzene, and xylene.
Quick heads up though, we do need to issue a vital warning here. While the dragon tree is fantastic for us and our air quality, it is highly toxic to both cats and dogs if ingested. If your curious pets decide to take a bite, it can cause vomiting, drooling, and a serious loss of appetite. So you absolutely must make sure to keep this leafy companion well out of their reach.
Section 2. The essentials. Mastering water and light.
So, the crucial point here is the number 50. The golden rule of watering a dragon tree is that you must wait for the top 50% of the soil to dry out completely before you even think about picking up that watering can. Seriously, because they're highly susceptible to fatal root rot, this usually means you're only watering every 2 to 3 weeks. And in the fall and winter, when the plant's growth naturally slows down, you're going to reduce that even further to maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks. You really have to let that soil dry out significantly.
Now, when it is finally time to water, you need to water thoroughly until it flows right out the drainage holes. But listen, the type of water matters immensely. Tap water often contains fluoride and other salts. Dracaena marginata is incredibly sensitive to these chemicals, and they are exactly what cause those ugly, crispy brown leaf tips we all hate. The ideal choice? You want to use filtered, distilled, or rainwater for your deep waterings. If you absolutely have to use tap water, at least leave it sitting out overnight to let some of those chemicals evaporate first.
Right alongside water is our second essential, light. The dragon tree thrives in bright, indirect light. Basically, this means finding a spot a few feet away from an east or west-facing window. You want plenty of ambient light without the harsh, direct sun rays, which will literally scorch the leaves and leave permanent brown marks. Now, it will tolerate lower light conditions for sure, but its growth will slow to an absolute crawl. And worse, it'll lose those vibrant reddish-purple leaf edges. So for optimal health, bright, indirect light is definitely the way to go.
Section 3. Ideal environment. Soil, humidity, and feeding.
To find the real environmental sweet spot, let's start with soil. You need a loose, fast-draining mix. Honestly, a standard cactus or succulent mix cut with a bit of perlite works perfectly. For temperature, just remember it's from Madagascar. It loves it warm, ideally between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Keep it far away from cold drafts below 60 degrees. As for humidity, 40 to 50% is perfect. If your indoor air is super dry, use a room humidifier or place the pot on a pebble tray with water to prevent those brown tips. Finally, fertilizer. This guy is a slow grower. Give it a balanced 10-10-10 liquid fertilizer diluted to half strength once a month. But here's the critical part. Only feed it in the spring and summer. Never ever fertilize during its fall and winter dormancy. Before we leave the topic of soil and pots, please remember this. Drainage is completely non-negotiable. No matter how perfect your soil mix is, if you put it in a pot without drainage holes, the water just gets trapped at the bottom. And that trapped water will inevitably cause fatal root rot. Always use a pot with holes. And since it is a slow grower, your plant will really only need to be repotted every 2 to 3 years when it becomes totally root-bound. When you do repot, only size up by 1 to 2 inches in diameter.
Section 4. Pruning and propagation. Multiplying your plant collection.
Over time, you'll notice a dragon tree can get very tall and a bit leggy with bare stems. And this brilliantly illustrates why you shouldn't be afraid to just chop the top off. Making a clean cut through the main cane at your desired height actually forces the plant to sprout 2 or more brand new branches right below that cut. Pruning actively encourages a much fuller, bushier, multi-stemmed plant.
So what do you do with that top piece you just chopped off? You propagate it. It's actually surprisingly easy to do for free. Take a 6 to 8 inch stem cutting, strip off the lower leaves so you just have a little tuft at the top, and drop that bare stem right into a glass of water. Put it in a warm, bright spot, change the water out every few days, and in a few weeks to a month, you're gonna see real roots growing right out of the stem. Once those roots are 1 to 2 inches long, plant it in fresh soil, and boom, you've got a brand new dragon tree.
Section 5. Troubleshooting and pests. Diagnosing plant signals.
Okay, why are my dragon tree's leaves turning yellow or brown? It is the most common question every single plant owner asks when panic starts setting in. Let's match those symptoms up so you know exactly what your plant is desperately asking for.
The vast majority of the time, issues come down to water. If your plant has yellowing leaves, sudden massive leaf drop, and the stem feels brown and mushy, you are definitely overwatering. The roots are drowning and rotting. You need to let that soil dry out immediately. On the flip side, if the leaves are just wilting and drooping and the soil feels absolutely bone dry to the touch, it's underwatered. It just needs a thorough, deep drink of filtered water. Actually, quick aside, if just the lowest leaves are slowly turning yellow and dropping over time, that's just normal plant aging. We are looking for sudden, widespread changes here.
Now what about pests? Thankfully, the dragon tree is fairly pest resistant, but keep a close eye out for 3 main culprits. Spider mites thrive in dry conditions. You'll want to look for fine webbing and stippled leaves, and treat them with neem oil. Mealybugs look like small, white, cottony masses hiding in the little crevices, and scale insects look like tiny, immobile brown bumps just stuck to the stems. For mealybugs and scale, a cotton swab dipped in rubbing alcohol will wipe them right out. But here is a massive pro tip. Literally step 1 upon seeing any of these pests is to isolate the plant immediately so they don't spread like wildfire to your other houseplants.
Section 6. Expert Pro Tips. Taking your care to the next level. Let's do a rapid-fire rundown of the absolute best practices. Number 1. When in doubt, don't water. Seriously, just let it dry out. Number 2. Rotate the pot a quarter turn every single time you water. This ensures the plant gets nice, even light on all sides and grows straight up instead of leaning toward the window. Number 3. Gently wipe down those long, slender leaves monthly with a damp cloth. This removes dust, keeps them looking super glossy, and actively aids in photosynthesis. Definitely keep the plant far away from AC vents. And finally, use it as a vertical thriller in your home decor. Its spiky, modern texture looks incredible, contrasting with shorter, fuller plants.
Ultimately, everything we've talked about today boils down to one core philosophy. Forget about it. Literally, this plant thrives on neglect. The absolute best thing you can do for a Dracaena marginata is to set it up for success in bright indirect light, use a pot with good drainage, and then just give it some space.
So I want to leave you with this question to think about. Are you ready to let your dragon tree thrive through perfectly executed neglect? You now have the complete, structured knowledge to master its care. Go find the perfect bright spot in your home, use that filtered water sparingly, and enjoy the incredible air-purifying presence of your new leafy companion. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.